For this next tutorial, I want to push even further the chromatography and serendipity effect. And to do this, I'm using some Robert Oster graphite along with some Bockingford 200-pound rough textured watercolor paper. Now I've already laid down some water and added some tiny amounts of the ink towards the top of the image, and at the moment I am applying water with a number 12 brush just around the pencil lines that I've drawn for some shepherd's huts at the top of a summit. Now with my rigger brush, I'm allowing that ink to bleed outwards, so it's creating a halo around the outline of the huts. And it's bleeding into the water and working its way up the page to embrace the chromatography that's already happening from the ink that was laid at the beginning. Now with the number 24 brush, I'm adding some more water just to speed up that chromatography. You can see those reds coming out there. And to the right of the page, I'm agitating the paper a little bit. Then with some kitchen towel, I'm taking away some of that excess, using the corner just to pick up that excess fluid. And as I take away that ink, the black area reveals that gorgeous reddy brown beneath. It's atmospheric, I think you'll agree. And once again, it's all from one ink, just incredible. Anyway, as we let that dry, we can see those browns and greens and beautiful light blues coming through. So I'm now working on the shepherd's huts with that rigger brush. The rigger brush, as I've already said, gives you a lot of control for detail work. So I'm literally just using some watered down ink just to put some of that foreground in. Going back under the eaves of the roofs just to give a little bit of depth. Slowly building this painting up, very much using watercolor techniques. Now I've got my number 12 brush, just going in with some heavier amounts of that ink. Just working my way down the paper. There we go, I'm just grabbing some kitchen towel. I'm just taking away that excess ink because underneath it you get these lovely pinks and browns coming through. So as that dries, I'm just going in again with my rigger brush. To give a little bit more definition to those shepherd's huts. Now I'm adding a big drop of water to that dense area, and with the kitchen towel I'm just taking some of that depth out. As you can see, there's some of that gorgeous pinky brown beneath. I'm just going just with my number 12 and just putting in some more texture. Taking some of that top colour off the kitchen towel, and as that foreground is dried, I'm going back into those shepherd's huts with the rigger brush and giving it a lot more detail this time. As I said, that graphite really does have tremendous chromatic qualities. Still with the rigour, still putting in some detail. Building up that tone gradually. Just going to put in those little fence posts. Just indications of them at this stage. I haven't put the fine detail in yet. I'm just building this painting up slowly. Now this is an interesting bit. I'm just using some bleach here just to take away some excess colour. I just want to put some highlights in here, a bit of light. So I'm just taking some of the ink out and I'm burning it out with the bleach. And here I am with the rigger brush. I'm flicking in some little bits of detail with the bleach. You can see that it's turned this fantastic turquoise green as it hits the ink. So I'm just building that up now. As that burns out the colour, that will give us our snow effect. So once again with my rigger brush, I'm just going back in to add a little bit more detail to those huts. You can see the effect that the bleach has had, and we're going to add an awful lot more of that. And there's the finished painting, all out of one ink. Tremendous chromatography which we're using fully to our advantage. Once again, a simple concept but visually effective. For more detailed information about ink brands and swatch testings, please go to my website www.nickstewart.ink.